The role of unions in America, going back to coal miners, the auto industry, they have really made the workplace 8-hour days, automatic pay increases, safe working conditions. This is something that sometimes is taken for granted, but without the labor movement, those things would not exist. CWA is a labor organization. We represent supervisory, professional, and technical employees employed by the City of Columbus.
CWA started back in the 80s with a group of 6 engineers.
Workers weren't getting raises on a regular time. Salaries dropped behind market rate. And basically, someone said, well, if you're unhappy about the raises, go get yourself a union. And that's what they did.
And we have grown to 1,700 plus in our bargaining unit.
When I think of CWA and their overall mission, I think about equality and fairness.
CWA Local 4502 is trying to make sure that people are treated fairly at work, that we're paid a fair wage, that we get decent benefits, and ultimately that city employees can live a good quality of life.
Every 3 years, we sit down at the bargaining table with the City of Columbus. We discuss everything in our contract book, and we discuss matters of pay, disciplinary, time off. That contract book tells the member what the city expects of them and what they can expect from the city.
I joined CWA immediately when I became employed with the City of Columbus. It was a no-brainer for me to belong to a labor organization that's gonna fight for me.
I would say that joining the union, even if it is gonna cost you in dues, I have spent exponentially more on my student loan debt. I've spent more on insurance, on sick days where I did not get paid.
There's tons of studies out there that show that union workers' gains in pay from organizing are so much more than the dues that they pay.
And that's their primary roles, is to help us get good contracts, make sure that we're being represented fairly in any disciplinary situations.
In a non-union environment, you could make a very small mistake and lose your job.
As an employee facing possible disciplinary charges, you need the union in your corner to help you, guide you through that process. Because for most people, this is uncharted waters. They've never been in trouble with the city. They've never been under investigation for anything. And it can be terrifying.
You think everything is fair, and that's pretty naive. For the most part, I think employers, people try to do the right thing, but again, there are those that do not do the right thing. And in those situations, then there's the union.
You want to be able to defend yourself at the very least. The union gives that to you.
So over the years, CWA has negotiated contracts that have been better and better and better and better. The union has spent decades building the relationship they have with the city.
We have a very close relationship with council, the mayor, and we think that that's a valuable asset. It doesn't have to be confrontational. It often isn't friendly, but for the most part, we try to work with them to get things done. There's always a middle ground.
So in our last round of negotiations, we were able to receive the best contract we'd had in decades.
We got some of the largest pay increases that the union has ever gotten.
The union have fought for so many things that can make our family work-life balance more balanced.
CWA4502 actually, just in their most recent contract, negotiated for 80 hours of sick time. That's 2 weeks of sick time, whereas in every previous job, I was lucky to have gotten 3 days, which also counted into my vacation time.
I'm big proponent of work-life balance. I find that time off is not just a want, but a necessity.
I have children at home, and there's been times where I've had to leave work to go and pick them up. Being a part of CWA, I don't have to worry about that. I know that I won't be punished just for living life, because that's part of life.
Last year, I was able to take advantage of our 3 days of bereavement, not having to worry about what's going on at work. Is my job gone? It's going to be there when I get back. I mean, it is such peace of mind, and it's human.
I think a lot of what brings me back to CWA is someone needs to be the voice of the people.
we come from a history, a past where not all walks of life were represented. Especially as a Black queer woman, it's hard to have a voice in the workplace. And with the union, it makes it easier.
Unions have been important and unions will continue to be important because there will always be that dynamic difference of a business is trying to make a profit and the employees are trying to live. And having a union, it helps build that balance.
I want people to know that joining a labor organization makes us stronger. The more members that join, the stronger we are at the negotiating table. If you're interested in maintaining good benefits, increase your wages, you want better working conditions, the union is the way to go.